Here we are. Good evening, everyone. It is 8:30 on the 22nd of September, 2021. We have this wonderful 1939 roll right here. This is a feature item. 39 rolls are not easy to find at all. Let me get my flip inserts here. Flips together, ready to go. And I'll start picking apart the roll. How is everybody today? We got Midnight Silver Run, Malcolm, Steven, Mac. I hope everybody's doing wonderfully. Yeah, this has been wrapped up for a while, I can tell. Got a little bit of toning on these coins. I don't know how long these have been in the wrapper. I don't have a whole lot of history about this roll, so I don't really know much about it. But I do know this is the first time I've ever seen inside of it, so I'll be just as surprised as you guys. Oh, looks like it was glued or taped shut. Yeah, it was glued shut. Trying to get to a point here where I can just peel it open, because it would not be a good thing if it were the other way around. Here we go. We're going to get him out of here. There we go. Steven, Farm Dog, James Worley. Got a lot of people in here this evening. Should have a house full. We've got a whole bunch of people in this roll. Looks like a good roll from here. All right, what we're waiting to find, what we're hoping to find. Well, let me show you a few things that we might be able to find here. Let's go into a die variety search for 1939 Philadelphia and submit that search to find that we have a decent possibility that there could be one of these in here. If there's one, there's going to be a bunch. That's for sure. Very, very nice. Double die obverse. Got doubling on the eye. You've got doubling up here on the top of the 9. You've got doubling in the RTY of Liberty. Let's see. That's our mid die state pictures. Let's see about the late die state. See if the pictures... Yeah. It's a mid state coin here. So you've got doubling at the top, so you can see an extra 9 here, an extra 1 here. Bow tie is doubled. The eye is very doubled. RTY and Liberty are doubled. Very, very valuable coin. Should we happen to find one, we're looking at $200 to $500 in value. And we've got a doubled eyelid that's pretty well known. We've got a nice Class 6 teardrop look, and then we've got another doubled eyelid, and, well, what do you know? Another doubled eyelid, and another doubled eyelid. This one here is a bit of extra thickness in the date. You can see it primarily right there in the date, and there's another doubled eyelid, and there are some double die reverses as well. Some pretty nice double die reverses. We will be looking at the reverse on every one of these coins that we, well, for every die pair that we're first seeing, we're going to check the reverse at least. So that's kind of what we're looking into here. And possibilities are, well, boundless. Hopefully, we find thousands of dollars worth of coins in this roll. This is exactly what I want to do. So, now we can get started. Coin number 1, Mac McBride, who happens to be here right now. Mac, good luck. Here's your first coin. What do we find? Well, this is the roll ender coin, so it's going to have some toning on it and maybe some spots. No doubling on the obverse. Let's flip it over and check the reverse. This is the side that was facing outward. And I don't see anything on this coin to indicate hub doubling. So that'll get us started. There's the first coin in the roll. Now coin number 2. This one's for Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton on this one now. And what do we find? Well, it's a nice red coin. But I don't see any doubling on the obverse. The obverse, as Jessica calls it, sometimes. She's getting out of the habit. She's starting to say obverse now, because that is the correct pronunciation of the word. But it's still fun to say obverse. Got nothing on the reverse either. Is it reverse or reverse? Reverse is a direction. Reverse is the side of a coin. That's what I have decided. Here's coin number 3, Joe Cathy. Okay. This looks like the same die pair we just saw, I believe. Let's get a marker or two here. Okay, there's a die scratch over the front of the vest toward the 9. Small die scratch right over the front of the vest toward the tail of the 9. So we'll know that one. It's also got a couple of die scratches in the eye area. Spot we would be looking to see doubled eyelids if they were going to be there. Let's see. What do we have on the reverse here? Well, unfortunately, I see nothing. Nice coin. Actually, a very nice gem BU coin. But nothing more than that. Alright, here we go. Coin number 4, Sureg. Sureg for coin number 4, and coin number 4 is a different die. We've got a whole bunch of north and south die scratches, especially a couple coming out of the second 9 of the date. And die gouge out of the S of trust. Die gouge above the D of God. Yet we have, well, nothing else on this coin. Let's flip it over and take a look at the reverse. And we've got no hub doubling on the reverse either. So there's that one. Come on, I hope it brings us something. We need something that's cherry, really nice. All right, here's coin number 5 for Marshall. Coin number 5, Marshall. Okay, we've got some fine die scratches at the bottom of the 1. We got one from the 1 pointing just north of the 9. We've got some reduction lathe doubling going on the forehead. This is where they believe the lathe bounced when it was drawing the outline of Lincoln. And that's what caused that. It is the belief that that's what caused that. I'm not really sure. But it's not hub doubling. It's not a double die. Alright, that's the obverse of that one. Let's take a look at the reverse. There's a really nice clash mark lines there. And again, really nice clash mark lines. Very nice clash here on the reverse. Maybe Randy will get one of these. No hub doubling though. Now number 6, Mike Birchman. Michael B., what do you get? Well, nothing so far. Yeah, it looks like we're 0 for 6 so far. Die varieties on the obverse. Let's check the reverse of this one. No. No doubling, extra thickness, anything else going on here. So we have another normal one. It's Mike Birchman. They are pretty nice coins, Joe. I kind of like them. Mr. McBride. Yeah, we may have just a wee little tiny bit of doubling on the outside of the 9. Let's see if it continues through. See, I'm not seeing it anywhere else. Got die crack running through In God We Trust. Nice sized die crack there. Okay, let's zoom in on this 9 and see if there's anything here. I'm seeing what looks like an extra little outline just on the outside edge of the 9 here. Just having to try to figure out what that is. Okay, I don't think that's separation. It doesn't look like separation. It's not following through to the 3 at all. I don't know. It might be on the inside of the last 9 there as well. So let me hold this out just in case. It's not going to hurt us to hold it out and take our chances, right? Let me zoom out just a little bit more here. So we'll hold this one out. Let's see. What do we have to show for a marker? It's got a really strong little die scratch right out in front of the mouth. So we can use that, and then it's got the die crack in God over to the W of we. And the reverse. Well, the reverse isn't showing us anything. Okay, we'll hold this one out just in case. This is going to be coin number 7 for Mac. We'll look at another one that's got that same scratch out in front of the mouth and see if we've got doubling on the 9. If we do, there's a better chance of it being a double die. Yet that still doesn't mean it's going to be enough for us to list it. Here's coin number 8. Coin number 8 now. That one's got a pretty stiff die scratch running right through the center of the second 9. I don't think we've seen this die yet today. Maybe we have. Now let's look at the reverse on it. Yeah, this is a different die. It's got some really nice clash mark lines. Very nice outline here of the back of the collar, the back of the vest, the jacket, back of the jacket, the collar, the bottom of the hair coming up into the middle of the hair up here, the back of the head. Then here on the front you can see part of the throat here and then part of the bow tie. There's part of your bow tie, and then this is part of the vest. If the date were going to show up in here, it would be over here somewhere. It's pretty nice. Maybe Randy will get one of those, right? This one's for Eric. So we keep moving on. Coin number 9, Go Wi-Fi. Let's see what Go Wi-Fi gets here. To everyone whom I owe packages, they will be going out in the morning. All of them will be out tomorrow. This is another one of those, and I am seeing doubling. There's your marker out in front of the mouth, I do believe. Nope, not the same die. Definitely a different die. It doesn't have the die crack in God We. But this one's showing that little tiny bit of doubling right on the outside edge of the 9. It's right over here, and you can see just a tiny bit of it right inside here. Now that could be master die doubling. If it's master die doubling, it's not going to have any value. Not really even worth calling a double die if it's master die doubling. The reason for that is master die doubling comes out as doubling on the master die. Every hub created by the master die contains that same doubling, and then it transfers over to every working die the hub creates. So you're going to have one master die that has doubling on it. You're going to have multiple hubs, and in multiple hubs you're going to have multiple dies, and then you're going to be making millions upon millions upon millions of coins that have that same doubling on them. That is the definition of a doubled die that isn't worth anything because it's way too common to have any value. Pretty much straight up, that's exactly what it is. So master die doubling is pretty much a doubled die because, in technical terms, it really is a doubled die because it's a doubled master die. But because it's a doubled master die, let's see, here's one from that die. Yeah, there's your die scratch in front of the mouth, and here's your doubling, your die crack running through God. And you do have just a little tiny hint of doubling on the outside of the 9. Man, I just can't call this. That just doesn't really look like a double die there. It looks like it's been chewed away. We're going to have to go with a no on this one. I just don't see enough. Now let's head on around, take a look at the rest of the obverse. Flip it over to the reverse, take a look at the reverse, and see what happens. And nothing doing. Oh, wait a minute here. What have we here? Well, it's another case of, is that a double die or is that machine doubling? See if we can see it anywhere else. You guys see what I'm talking about? Huh? Any of you? Kind of disappears when you turn it like that. We're talking about this spot right here. Looks like it's probably machine doubling. Looks like machine doubling. Now, what we can do to check that for sure is go back to coin number 7. Because coin number 7 we know came from the same obverse die. So it also came from the same reverse die. So given that it came on the same reverse die, we can check this coin. This is coin number 7. On the reverse in that area. Well, and we do have a little bit of a mark there. But I'm looking anywhere else around there to see if I can see anything that looks like doubling, and I just don't see it. Just don't see it. So if that die was loose, it could have machine doubling on multiple coins. So I'm going to think no in both cases. So coins 7 and 10 go back into the normal pile. Oh, Mark. Here's Chuck Patillo's coin. Chuck Patillo. Coin number 11 in the roll. Get everything set up again here. There we go. Well, and coin number 11 proves to bring us no promise on the obverse. Let's see about the reverse. That is a scrape from the feeder finger. It pulls the coins off the die. It runs continuously over the die again and again and again and again. And sometimes it scrapes up the die, and when it scrapes up the die, it effectively polishes it. And that's what those little lines with real shiny areas are on the back of a lot of your wheat cents. Okay, now we're on to coin number 12. This is Bob Hampton's. Cousin Bob. And that is a doubled eyelid. Alright, there is a doubled eyelid. I put my finger up here and shadow it. You can see it very well. There it is. Yep. Definitely a doubled eyelid. Hello, Kelly. So we're going to pull this one out for sure. This one's got a... What is that? Is that a scratch on the coin? Is it a die crack? Is it a die scratch? What is it? From the R down to the vest, or down to the back of the coat. It's kind of important that we see this. Figure out what it is. That is a die crack. That is a cracked die right there. Can tell it's a die crack because it stands out on the coin. How can I tell it's standing out on the coin? Well, my lighting is coming from up here. It's coming from the top of the image going down. So since the lighting is on the top of my line and not on the bottom of my line, then that means it's shining on a line that's sticking up. Yeah, that fat 9 I think is just a part of the 1939 design. I don't think there's any real fatness to it. I think we're just seeing things there. That the two 9s are not the same size or not the same shape doesn't really mean a whole lot, and the reason for that is because the first one, or the one in the first 9, were already in the master before they engraved the 3-9 or put the 3-9 into the master. That was a spacing idea that they had. So the plaster, the master that they created this from, started off with that 1-9. Then they carved the 3-9 in there. And then it went to creating all the master dies and all the master hubs and all the working dies and everything all the way down to the coins. But that's definitely a doubled eyelid right there. So we're going to yank that one out, but before we do that, we're going to check the reverse and see if there's anything on the reverse, because we definitely don't want to miss that side. Number of doubled dies in 1939. It would be really cool to have a 1939 that's actually a paired double die obverse and reverse, and this is simply not the case, but yeah, we had that chance anyway. It was possible. That possibility existed. Okay, let's try number 13 now. Number 13, Penny Hoarder. Let's see what Penny Hoarder gets. At least we have a double die now. Definitely have a double die. This is a nice coin. Big old die gouge underneath the VDB. A little die crack running across the top of the VDB. But we don't have a die variety on the obverse of this coin. Let's take a look at the reverse and see what that brings us, if anything. Well, we've got nothing there. That's for Penny Hoarder, coin number 13. Now let's move on to coin number 14. See what coin number 14 brings us. John Brandon Bow. John Brandon Bow. What does John Brandon Bow get? Yeah, it looks like it's going to turn out to be probably a normal coin. Nice little die scratches on there. But they're not leading us to anything important. Let's check the reverse and see what the reverse looks like. Very nice looking reverse. But nothing there for a die variety. Alright, that's John Brandon Bow there. Kelly, you've been missing a lot of our auctions lately. I figure you've been out on a boat all summer. I figure your time is going to come pretty soon where you're back in your home watching us on your computer or on your phone. You ought to be getting hungry for some coins. Okay, nothing on this one. That's for Deanne. Now number 16. Number 16 for Adam Connor. Lots of fish died this year. I'm guessing that means they were caught. That's a good thing? Or was it a red tide like a fish kill or something? If that was the case, that'd be a bad thing for business. But if they died because your clients caught them, that would be good. Yup. Okay. Nothing on the obverse on this one. Let's check the reverse and see what we come up with. And it looks like we've got nothing going on there either. So they died in your boat. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. When you're a fisherman and lots of fish die in your boat, that's a good thing. Here comes Carl. Coin number 17. Coin number 17 now for Carl. Let me get this cord out of my way here. There we go. And looking for any doubling. Anything that represents a cute double die. This one looks like it's another one of our doubled eyelids, or maybe is. No. I don't think so. Not a doubled eyelid. So we can remember that this one that has the abraded die doubling on the outside of the 9 is not the double die we're looking for. Let's take a look at the reverse and see if there's anything on the reverse of this one. Got nothing there. That's coin number 17. Here's number 18. This one's for Eric. And Eric, well, it's a die we haven't seen. Lots and lots of die cracks. Lots of interesting die cracks. Nothing in around the eye. Nothing in the motto. Nothing in the legend. Let's take a look at the reverse now. See what we can see on the reverse. There's a nice earlier die state coin on the obverse. The reverse shows us, you know, it's normal. No doubling. So there was that. That's coin number 18. Now 19. Yo, man. Nothing on the obverse. Let's check the reverse. This is one of our die clash coins right here. Yeah, this is one of the ones that has a really strong die clash marks. Very nice. No die variety though. Now for number 20. Midnight Silver Run. Midnight wants a flashy toner right here. Not going to happen. In fact, I don't see anything out of the ordinary on the obverse. Now for the reverse, let's see. Nothing doing. Now coin number 21. Coin number 21, James Worley. Mr. Worley, your coin is right here. Nothing on the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick. Bunch of cute die scratches, and that's about it. Nothing else going on. Well, that's 21. Let's look at 22 now. Coin number 22. Yo, man. Nothing there. Let's look at the reverse. Got nothing there either. Now number 23. Randy. What does Randy get? Let's see here. It's not one of the doubled eyes. No doubling in the date. I've seen this die before. We've got that die scratch in the RU of Trust. Let's see if this one has the clash marks on the reverse. Well, no clash mark. I know we've seen this die before, but it's not one that has clash marks on it. Hey, Coin Dragon. Alright, well, coin number 24 now. Steven. That's one of the doubled eyelids right there. I do believe so. What was I using as my marker on that? I don't know. I don't remember a marker other than the eyelid. I do have die scratches across the lapel, though. Let's see what we have on the reverse. Wait, nothing remarkable there at all. Alright, this is for Steven. I'm going to put it on the pile with the other doubled eyelid. They may be different dies. And it may not even be an eyelid. It may just be some gouge. I'll have to take a better look at it later on, as I will be with every coin in the roll. There's another doubled eyelid right there. Looks like the same die again. Some concentric die scratches are in the ear. North-south die scratches through the Y of Liberty. There's the ones on the lapel. So I know this is a repeat of the last coin. Repeat of the die from the last coin. So that one's from Mark. Mark, you are very far from normal, sir. Oops. Next up, Marshall. Let's see what Marshall gets. Yeah, that one's been messed up by a hit on the 9. No doubling on the obverse. Let's check in to the reverse and see what happened. This is one of our coins that has a pretty nice looking clash mark. Right there. This is an older die state. It's an old clash. Not a new clash, but an old clash, I say. There's another part of it right there. Not a new clash, but an old clash. Number 27 from Malcolm. Malcolm now. Seen this die before. It represents a normal coin. So I'm convinced that this is original source roll here. There's our clash mark. Malcolm, are you around? Malcolm is around. You got yourself one of the nice clashes there. Nice, nice, nice. Here's coin number 28 now, yo man. Move this down so you can actually see the numbers. Here's coin number 28 for yo man. Let's see what yo man gets. Well, looks like, there we go. There's the die scratch between the R and the U. It's a normal die. We've seen this one before. A repeat of one from a few coins back. Now coin number 29. Yes, they were Kelly. All right. Another one from the same die again. Don't need to flip this one over because, well, we've already seen this reverse. So there's Mr. Smilko. Get a nice lightning show tonight. We had a lightning show earlier today during one of our reveals. We had a little bit of lightning and thunder outside. Middle of a broadcast, and my dog decides he needs to climb underneath me and lay on my feet. This was for Brady. Seen this die before. A lot of nice little cracks running across the bottom of the vest. Die gouge above the S, die gouge above the D. This one does not have a die variety, but it is a pretty coin. Nonetheless, nice looking coins with pretty luster. Where are we? We're right there. Very nice looking coins with very nice luster on them. Now number 31. Number 31. Number 31, reveal number 331. This is one of our doubled eyelids. Yep. There's our die scratches running across the lapel. So we can take that one. Put it in the pile for Mr. Fletcher. Here's coin number 32 now. Coin number 32 for Stonecutter. I have a normal coin here. Now, guys, don't forget that we will be having an auction tomorrow evening. It may not have a whole lot in it, but it's going to be worth coming to, that's for sure. I'll be hosting it this time around. Jessica is still out convalescing from an injury that she received to her shoulder while kayaking. We wish her well. Hope she gets much better very soon. But I will be covering the show tomorrow, as well as doing a few reveals to get us caught up for the week, back on track. There will be an auction Thursday. There will be an auction next Tuesday. The auction next Tuesday will be a roll and single and certified coin auction. There will be easily thousands of dollars worth of items up for bids this coming Tuesday on our show. I plan on trying to get a list together by the end of Friday for that auction. So I'll get all the mail out tomorrow, get the reveals in the other auction done tomorrow. Then Friday, work on the list for Tuesday's auction, and then right back into working on packing packages again. These coins will be leaving tomorrow morning on their journey to Florida to be looked at again for die varieties, for oddities, errors, or other imperfections in manufacture about which we tend to become excited. Never hurts to check a reverse once in a while. That was number 35. Now 36 goes to Eric. Well, this one's going to be a doubled eyelid, it appears. Looks like a north doubled eyelid. It's got a little dot above the normal eye, and it has a corresponding dot below. So you've got this right here that constitutes a piece of an extra eyelid, but then you've got this right here that constitutes as a piece of a lower eyelid. So you have an upper and a lower. You've got doubled upper and lower. Interesting little doubled eye, doubled die. Die do say. All right, well, let's look at the reverse on this one. Leader die state. Not a double die. But we do have the double die obverse for Eric. Nice little doubled eyelid, a different kind of doubled eyelid than the others. Next one up, number 37. Go Wi-Fi. I'm seeing normal coin here all the way around. Hey, sissy. How you doing this evening? Number 38 now, Taco John. I'll check the other side of this one real quickly. Well, at least a double die clash there. Looks like at least two die clashes. Can't see it as well over here, though. That one belongs to Taco John. That's coin number 38, now 39. 39 for Adam Chambers. bouncing through western or eastern Oklahoma. Not that it really matters a whole lot, but eastern Oklahoma is a little prettier, unless you like a bunch of pastures. Western Oklahoma is pretty if you like pastures. If you like a lot of pasture land, a lot of agriculture. Eastern Oklahoma's got more trees and hills. Nope, that's one of our RU die scratch coins. And we'll have nothing on the reverse on this one. Nice earlier die state coin, though. Always nice that if you're not going to get a die variety, at least you should get an early die state coin. Nice crisp details. Kelly, tomorrow's auction will be at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. So that'd be 4 o'clock Pacific. Here's another one of our doubled eyelids. Very nice looking one. Should have die scratches on the lapel, and we do. That's for Deanne. Now number 42, Shannon Smith. See what Shannon gets. Well, this one's going to turn out to be normal. Well, it is a lot like Kansas, coins and ghouls, because, well, Oklahoma touches Kansas to the south. Not much changes when you cross the state line, except the speed limit. Coin number 43 now. Mike Birchman. Back in my day when I was living in Oklahoma, the speed limits in Oklahoma on the 2-lane highways went up to 65. And it didn't in Kansas, so that when you cross the border on a smaller highway like US 77, you would change speed limits and not really know it. I mean, they're posted. Of course they're posted. But as you're driving down a highway in the middle of the night and nothing changes except a couple of signs on the side of the road, do you really notice them? Honestly, Kansas should get rid of their speed limits on a lot of their western roads. There's nobody on them. Do like Montana did. Montana on their interstates, I don't know if they still do it this way, but last time I was in Montana, there was no speed limit. It just said drive prudently. Prudently, I guess, is, well, a subjective matter of opinion. Because what does prudent mean to different people? Completely different things. Nice earlier die state obverse there. This is the one that's got the really nice clash mark on the reverse. Every little curl on the back of poor Abe's head is noticeable. Malcolm, that's your second one of those with that die clash on it like that. Let me know if I can trade that with Randy. I'll trade it out with Randy. So he'll get a die clash coin because he's really yearning for one. I'm pretty sure that's your second one from the same die pair. This one had Larry all over it. This is Adam's coin. Ended up with a little Larry on it. All right. I appreciate it, Malcolm. Very nice of you. Randy, you're going to get Malcolm's coin number 44. Malcolm's going to get your coin. So you'll have one of the nice old die clashes. Here's one from Marshall. That's the R scratch. Really? In California, the big trucks still go 55? Well, they actually think that's saving enough fuel to make it worthwhile? Number 47. Got 4 coins left. This is one of those 4 coins. Not the high-producing roll that we had hoped, but we do have a couple of different double dies that we can take a good look at and get some photos of. So we did actually come up with something in this roll, which is better than nothing, you know. And here we go toward the end of the roll. That's coin number 47. Jim Fletcher. 3 coins left now. Coin number 48. 48 goes to Malcolm. Watch him get another one of the Clash coins. This one's got some brown on the obverse. It has some Clash marks, but it's not one of the good ones. No hub doubling on the reverse. Now number 49. Nearing the end of the roll, we have Go Wi-Fi now. And Go Wi-Fi will get this coin. Some interesting looking die scratches below the vest there. That appears to be hub doubling right there. Appears to be a doubled eye. We'll have to give that one a much better look later. It looks like the first one from that die as well, if it is a doubled eye. I'm going to go with yes on that because we also have the inner part of the ear is doubled. Look at that. Cute looking doubled eye right there. Don't think I've ever seen one like that. But if you look right here, okay, with the light just like this, look at the inside of the ear. Right here, just above the ear canal. On the inner lobe, we got doubling right there. And then over here on the eye, let me turn it this way. I think it'll be more visible upside down. Yeah, much more visible upside down. Looks like the entire structure of the eye is doubled pretty nicely. That one's for Go Wi-Fi. Well, we haven't seen this. Let's check the reverse and see what it shows us. All the way down toward the end of the roll, we finally run into a nicer looking double die, it appears. Got nothing on the reverse. Maybe a couple of markers, but nice, nice. Now number 50. Thomas gets number 50, last coin in the roll. Hope you guys have had a lot of fun with this roll, as I have. Be sure to join me tomorrow beginning at noon for the new week's reveals. The new week's reveals. There's one. Another one of our die Clash coins there for Thomas. Starting with reveal number 332. 332 tomorrow gets us started. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to say nearly, oh man, nearly a full 2/3 of the roll. Okay, here's Randy's number 23. And here's Malcolm number 44. I'm going to switch the name on these two. Now Randy has 44, and Malcolm will have 23. That way, Randy will now get one of the Clash coins that he wanted to get. See, if you ask, you will receive. It's the way it works. And we're going to flip the rest of the roll around onto itself. There's that half of things. Now, die varieties. I'm going to lump them all together because there's not very many of them. So we've got coin numbers 41, 31, 25, 24, 12, 36, and 49. 49 being a very interesting one there toward the end of the roll. And that's what we got for this reveal. I appreciate it, folks. These are going to be going off to Florida tomorrow morning. So sometime in the next 3 to 4 days, they'll get there, and we'll start working on them and getting some... hey, Bob. There goes Bob. Oh, here goes Bob again. And we're going to be working on next week's reveals tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening we'll have a little auction. It's a little fun auction. Get some juices flowing, maybe get some rolls moving. And I'll talk to you guys then. Have a great night. I'll talk to you later.